Salutations, meatbags. We had just posted the update on Raxo's Rumble when we were notified Timbo was streaming. Side note, for some people it's easier to just say when they are not live, like Dooley here. We couldn't help noticing the title was obvious troll bait.
Gang stalking is real. What it's like to be a targeted potato. Interesting strategy, my guy. Very reminiscent of the frag solution to a hostage situation. Just toss in a grenade and sort out the aftermath.
It's called Metalocalypse. Well, what do we do about all the problems today? Can we fix those? Or can I help you guys? How can we fix the world today? I don't want to have the problems. And I don't want people to make more problems. People make so many problems. Is there any way we can fix the problems and make things better rather than make my life more shitty every day? Because it's...
Potato, we have come here today to help you, in terms we think you can understand, via a story about Tim Dooley and the city of YouTube Opia. In the sprawling, ever-busy virtual city of YouTube Opia, billions of people roamed freely, creating, commenting, and consuming a kaleidoscope of content. At its heart was Content Fair Central, a public square where anyone with an idea could set up shop, sharing their passions with the world. One day, a figure arrived in the square carrying a sign. Tim Dooley, herald of the Potato Path, stood proudly as he arranged his show. His sign read, "The Path of Growth, Potato Wisdom Here."
As Tim stood on his stage, a curious passerby stopped. "What's this about?" they asked, pointing to the sign. Tim leaned forward, his voice tinged with intensity. "It's about growth, personal growth, spiritual growth. The Potato Way will show you how to achieve harmony and fulfillment in your life." The passerby nodded slowly. "And what does that involve?" "Respect the wisdom of potato," Tim said.
If you refuse the path, well, let's just say growth will not come easily for you. The passerby raised an eyebrow. "So, if I don't follow this, I don't grow. That sounds a bit restrictive." Tim's expression hardened. "Restrictive? It's the truth. If you can't accept the truth, maybe you belong elsewhere." "Yeah, no thanks," the passerby said with a shrug. "This sounds like nonsense." Tim's voice rose. "Nonsense? You mock wisdom because you're blind to its power." The exchange began to draw the attention of nearby YouTube Opians, who wandered over to see what the commotion was about.
Among the growing crowd was a content creator who often highlighted quirky figures and their eccentric ideas. Intrigued, the creator approached Tim's stage. "What's this Potato Path thing?" the creator asked in curious tone. Tim's demeanor softened. "Ah, someone with an open mind. It's about embracing growth and harmony through respect and discipline. Join the path and you'll find purpose." The creator nodded, seemingly interested. "Okay, I'll bite. Where do I start?" Tim directed them to his Discord server and handed over a book he claimed would explain everything. The creator dived in, reading the material and even engaging with Tim's small but active community. At first, Tim was thrilled. He'd won over a convert and basked in the admiration of his newfound supporter.
But as time went on, cracks in Tim's demeanor began to show. In the Discord, he grew increasingly demanding. Members were no longer allowed to casually chat or play games unless it involved praising Potato. Tim would interrupt conversations, pulling focus back to himself and his teachings. When the creator raised concerns, Tim's authoritarian side fully emerged. "If you're here for the path, not for frivolity. This is about me, my teachings, my wisdom. Respect the potato or leave." The creator realized what Tim was about and decided to show their audience the true nature of the Potato Path. Using clips and screenshots from the Discord, they exposed Tim's controlling behavior and his penchant for self-pity. The YouTube Opian audience ate it up.
Tim's stage became a hotspot of attention, but not for the reasons he wanted. Trolls and onlookers swarmed, questioning his teachings and mocking his claims. "You're all just gang stalkers," Tim cried, oblivious to the fact that his presence in the public square invited scrutiny. The trolls noted his increasingly desperate signs. "Potato wisdom, respect me. Why can't you just let me teach? I'm being gang-stalked." And finally, what it's like to be a targeted potato. Each new sign only drew more attention, feeding the cycle of mockery and disbelief.
Despite the ridicule, Tim remained defiant. Every time he dismantled his stage and retreated, he would return to the same spot hours later with renewed determination and a new sign. "I'm here to help you," he'd declare, his voice weary but resolute. "But first, you must help me fix my life. Together, we can rebuild everything through potato wisdom." The trolls returned in droves, pointing out the absurdity of his demands. "Wait, we gotta fix your life before you can teach us anything? How does that make sense?" "You don't understand," Tim shouted. "This is why you people need me. You're lost." His defensiveness only fueled the fire, and the more Tim argued, the more people gathered to watch. His stage became the city's unofficial comedy club, with Tim as the unwitting headliner.
Tim Dooley entered YouTube Opia with dreams of spreading enlightenment, but his authoritarian nature and desperate need for validation made him a magnet for ridicule. Instead of introspection, he chose defiance, doubling down on his demands for respect and compliance. Instead of seeing the individuals as curious members of the broader public, he saw only conspiracies. Soon there were multiple agents of chaos and hate targeting Potato. Yet still he chose to return time after time, offering scorn to those who didn't like his shows and helpings of self-pity. Generous ones at that.
"Tim, YouTube Opia isn't going to humor you. Your behavior is drawing an ever larger crowd of onlookers, not to learn from you, but to laugh at your spectacle. Consider packing up your book and seeking professional help, or keep setting up your circus. Watch the crowd grow and see what happens."
It's annoying for me to be the only solution maker and then have people actually actively create problems behind my back for me to face. It's sinister. You guys are evil. So can we fix the problems and make a solution? Can we talk about it? Is there any way in this society of ours we could talk together and just say, hey, because I have some problems. I am annoyed that the world responds so negatively to everything, as if, you know, it's my fault that the world sucks. And it isn't.
Timbo, nobody is blaming you for the state of the world. There are billions of people out there, each one with their own individual life and problems. One of your biggest is lack of self-awareness. It is, however, mostly your fault that your life sucks, which is actually a great thing. That means it's possible to change. With professional help, you can learn where you're screwing yourself over. Time and time again, it's clear that you simply don't have the ability to accept any kind of criticism. Yet you want the ability to come into our space, talk your nonsense, and only get positive feedback. The truth is, nobody gets exclusively positive feedback. Ever. Let's keep listening.
I'm here to talk about why people and the world sucks, because they do.
The world is almost literally what you make of it, Timbo. You claim to present solutions to problems without actually providing anything at all. For example, your solution to the troll issue appears to boil down to, leave me alone, you mean stalkers, nyah. Now to talk about what a great guy Tim Dooley is and how he's the shining light of the universe. You are literally expecting the world to accept your ideas without critical thought, and that makes people uncomfortable. Instead of seeing the imposition, you view their natural skepticism as an attack, and content is born.
I'm here to help people suck less, but they have to listen, because I don't want to have to repeat myself. And I'm also not here to get stalked or violated against or be forced to do anything I'm not here to have my life ruined, not here to have my life changed, I'm not here to be lied about, etc., etc., etc. Yet that's something that is ongoing. Nobody wants to address that. Nobody wants to talk about it. Everybody's dodging. It's like...
No, Timbo, you're dodging, and you've done so every time we've asked how people lie about you. You've never cited an actual example. The only things we have found are times when you appear to have lied or been extremely misinformed. And they range from small things like whether you blocked someone to major issues like cancer. It's simply not good enough to say you're being lied about. You need to say what the lie is and be willing to offer proof to back it up. That is simply the way lies are proven or disproven.
Everywhere you go, they just dodge and weave and run. They run from the light, but in the darkness, they know that everything, but they have no balls to sit and confront me.
Note how he just wiped the comments.
If they did, they'd also know they would be out of hand, and some of them would probably do it with glee anyways, because they have 1,000 burner accounts, or whatever, right? Because they are sad people like that. Yet, do we live in a society where we can talk about it, or is it just a monologue?
You also can't delete comments and act like nobody is willing to talk to you. Dr. Roxo there seemed like he was willing to be perfectly reasonable like any normal person. Evidently, you just cannot understand that new people don't know everything you already do. Thus, when they ask what's going on, you show them out. So yes, if you are going to boot everyone who doesn't 100% agree with you, it is most definitely always going to be a monologue.
Where I have to be tortured every day, and then you become a witness to it, a silent observer of the abuse, etc.
Whoa, Timbo. If your definition of Sierra Alpha includes things like heckling your shows, you need to take a look at the actual definition. As it is, this was the first time anything sexual was mentioned here.
No one wants to disavow it or say anything, so it continues for as long as no one speaks up about it. You're not, yeah, of course, you're just here to watch it. Nah, you gotta go, dude. You're stalking me. Everyone's stalking me, right? You guys are nasty. Can you give a like? Give a like to the video.
Demanding likes is a lot like demanding tips. Been watching DSP lately?
Why didn't you give a like to the video? Is it because you're stalking me?
Because delusional self-pity sucks.
Okay, you're out. Yep. So, no, you don't understand. Okay, well, it's... sorry. Oh, you gave the like? Okay. Okay. I guess I'll unhind you. Okay.
Talking to yourself here a bit, Timbo. This is everything Dr. Roxo said before you hit him. Not sure where the word like appears. Can you show us?
I can't deal with more stalkers at the moment. If it's too hard to like the video, if it's too hard to, sorry, it's just, it's obvious that I need real love and care from real people in this world, because I feel trapped. And so it's unwanted you put the numbers up so high without giving likes.
20 viewers, 3 likes.
It's unwanted. It's actually it's very disgusting when people treat me like this, because I'm not feeling well, and I need confirmation from the world that I'm not going crazy.
We can't do that, bud, really. It would be dishonest to say you've got a firm grip on reality, because you don't. You're a dude who set up a little stage in a virtual city of billions. You solicit help and reject it anytime the message doesn't come back saying Tim Dooley is awesome. Then ban the person. And it all starts over again when someone new arrives at the show. The show you are creating.
Because I have no friends. I've been let so down by the world. I've been let so down by people, and they have all betrayed me. And after they betrayed me, they just left me alone. And I have done nothing. I've done nothing to deserve it.
You are doing something to deserve it right here.
People want to ruin a life that they can't have. So if they can't have my life, then they want to ruin it instead.
Nobody.
They get rejected by you, they want to ruin it instead.
Wants your life, not even you.
They start lying about me. I catch it. They want keep lying about me instead. Okay. It's kind of like that, right? No matter what I do, I get to have other people's problems, and then I get blamed for it, and then when they lie about me, I get blamed more for it. Isn't that amazing how everything comes in a circle around me, and then I get blamed for everything? And that's gotta feel disgusting, doesn't it? You don't think that feels fucked up when you have to live with other people's judgment every day, and you have your life ruined because they want to make funny stories about you? How do you think that feels?
We try to avoid it.
How do you think it feels? How do you think it feels to be stalked by the world and have not? I'm not even talking about judgment. Just people making an alternative life story about your life.
Hold it right there, Timbo. The only one trying to present an alternate story of your life is you. Seriously, look at your channel. It's full of songs talking about how great you are, your special nature, and how the universe pretty much revolves around you. The truth is, you're just a dude in Denmark, coming into a major public space and freaking out when you discover people don't agree with your alternate story. How would you react to you? Imagine a Tim Dooley from another timeline comes up and says he's here to help you, Tim Dooley, grow. He wants to share his fabulous tome of Carrot with you. And all you have to do is listen and not question anything. This Tim wants to hear Carrot. You say potato, and then you both hate each other. And that's what would really happen. In your mind, though, you probably imagine the other you abandoning the orange root of Carrot for your potato. The thing is that Tim would be just as set on Carrot as you are potato. And the thought of him abandoning it would be like imagining you'd abandon potato. In the end, Timbo, it all comes back to you expecting the world to accommodate your beliefs. It won't.
And sit and revel in that every single day, every hour, never to have any remorse over it, just to continue. Even despite me saying it every fucking second, and I will never stop. Can I have some more likes, or am I getting stalked in my life? Can I have... It's not hard. I know you have thumbs. So, but if you think it's funny, people are going insane, and you don't, if you're a sociopath, you're a psychopath, of course, don't like the video. Make sure I go insane right now. Right? Show how crappy humanity is. Keep doing nothing. Just don't like the video. You know. Don't even answer in the chat. In fact, why don't we all sit in quiet and just have a guy talk a monologue about how he's being gang-stalked? Don't give any likes. Remove the likes. Have the numbers go up so I feel really fucking like serial stalks. So I know you guys are all fucking, you're all getting around me and doing it in a nasty way. Because that would be sick, wouldn't it? Because you could achieve something. You could really fuck a guy up like that. Really get in his mind space. But that would be sick, wouldn't it? Because that would mean there's 100 psychopaths sitting around me instead.
20, Timbo, 20.
Stalking psychopaths who don't give a fuck about how other people are feeling, or whether they have a mental disorder or not, or whether they're falling apart.
Seek professional help, Timbo, not public approval.
Right? These people don't care. At the end of the day, they don't care about the humanity and other people. That is how selfish everyone is. Large majority of people. That's why the end is very, very, very near. Oh, anybody. There's like a long story about a guy who got crucified 2,000 years ago. How many stories should a guy who gets crucified 2, 3, 4, 5 times? How many stories does a guy like that deserve? That gotta be a legendary story. The guy who doesn't even die, even if he's crucified 1 billion times. Must mean I'm immortal.
You aren't Jesus.
Doesn't stop the world from being insane, though. At least we pray to Jesus every day, you know. Bless Jesus, bless God, bless all of the... let's bury this guy over here. Let's crucify him at least 5 or 6 times.
And you aren't being crucified.
And forget about his story. Praise the Lord. Praise Jesus.
Tim, YouTube Opia isn't going to humor you. Your behavior is drawing an ever larger crowd of onlookers, not to learn from you, but to laugh at your spectacle. Consider packing up your book and seeking professional help, or keep setting up your circus. Watch the crowd grow and see what happens.